Hi guys, we've got another episode where we're looking at who could potentially be the Manchester United manager after it was recently announced that Jose Mourinho had been sacked. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has taken over as caretaker manager until the end of the season. We've already done a simulation of that. To see how he performed, then please click on the link above or wait till the end of this video and then just have a look through my playlist. But in this episode, we've got a man that has been linked with not only Manchester United, but Real Madrid in the past. He's not actually won anything as a manager, but the way he gets his teams to play football and the things that he's done at Tottenham Hotspur, and it's probably giving it away right now, but it is Mauricio Pochettino. He has been linked. He's rejected in the past Real Madrid, so it'd be interesting to see if he would actually go to Manchester United. Preference me, obviously I'm English, but I'd rather go Real Madrid than Man U. But let's see what happens. He's already managed Southampton in the Premier League. Maybe it's after another Premier League club. And in a recent press conference, when asked about the interest from Manchester United, I don't know who it was, but someone stepped up and basically started answering the questions and told him to do one. So I think there could be potential there. Obviously, with the announcement that Solskjaer will be looking after the team until the end of the season, maybe there's an agreement already in place that Pochettino will be taking over at the end of the season. Or you never know, he might be able to do it sooner rather than later. Maybe that's why they've got Solskjaer on the temporary contract, because his season with Mould starts in March anyway. So if they could find someone before, I'm sure that would be more beneficial to them. But anyway, what we are doing today in this episode is we are going to see how Mauricio Pochettino would perform if he was announced as the Manchester United manager. Now we're going to start off and look at the stats that this man has. Obviously we already know that he is very capable of being a manager. One surprising thing on here is his stat is only 12 for attacking. I thought it would have been a lot better. Defending's pretty good. But all his other stats are very, very good. Working with youngsters, obviously a key metric here. He's brought in a lot of youth, a lot of English players, which is probably something that's drawn Man United to them. Because back in the day, in '92 and onwards, that is when they started promoting all the English players. And maybe that's what they want to do again. But going back to his stats, he's got some very good stats here. He's very disciplined, motivating. He's got good man management. Can't even speak, so I apologise. But having a look at his tendencies, he likes to sign youth players for the first team. Obviously, we saw that with Dele Alli when he signed from MK Dons. I think that was 5 million, so a bit of a bargain there, even though I don't like Dele Alli after his recent exploits. He likes to fit players into his preferred tactics, so he doesn't make a tactic around what players he has. He likes the tactic that he always uses and likes to bring in players that will fit that. Using on first team goalkeeper for domestic cups, which is fair enough. Use offside trap, overlaps, plays out of defence, which obviously we already know about Pochettino. He likes to use zonal marking for set pieces. He relies on set pieces, which I'm not sure about, to be fair. And he would like to hire a director of football for first team transfers and contracts, which obviously we've got Ed Woodward. I don't know if he will still be can't even speak. I don't know if he will be in place when the new manager comes in. There's a lot of talk about Ed Woodward. Obviously, Mourinho weren't happy with the fact that he couldn't bring any players in. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, we know the formation, 4-2-3-1. He is very flexible. He can mix up 4-4-2, 3-5-2. He likes to play attacking football, which again is why I'm surprised his attacking coaching stat is only at 12. His teams like to press. They like to get involved in the games. And yeah, there are stats basically. So the next thing what we want to do is have a look at the competitions. We'll start off from the lower competitions and work our way up. We'll see how this man has performed. So not a great start for Pochettino. He's been knocked out of the first hurdle to Newcastle. They've lost 2-1 at Old Trafford. And 2 quick goals, much like Volrak done to me in the 2-game FM League. Please check that out. That video is on the link above as well. And that helped Newcastle to a 2-1 victory. Sanchez with a late goal despite Fernandes being sent off. They had a pretty decent team out there as well. Full strength, so a shock result there So it's not much better for Pochettino in the third round of the FA Cup. They've been knocked out again. However, it did take 2 attempts as they drew 1-1 at home against Bournemouth. Then it went away and they lost that game 1-0. Again, it looks like they had a pretty decent side out for both games. Decent sides out there. Jefferson Lerma with the winning goal in the replay. And Man United have not started well in the Cups. Hopefully, or not hopefully because I'm an Arsenal fan, but let's see if they perform better in the Champions League. And again, a poor performance by Man United. They had CSKA in Moscow, Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. It looks like they've got knocked out. They won 2, lost 3, drawn 1. They drew away to Atletico Madrid and they won against CSK in both games. Against Inter Milan and Atletico, they lost. Some disappointing performances there. Not many goals, to be fair. And if we have a quick look at the group, you can see they finished in third place. 5 goals for, 5 goals against. But yeah, they finished 6 points behind Inter Milan. Atletico smashing it up there. And they are out. So I think that means that they play in the Europa League because of that. And again, although they've done better than they've done in the Champions League, it weren't a great performance by United. They've been knocked out of the quarterfinal stage. They had Club Brugge in the first round. Drew 1-0 away from home and won 3-0 at home. Convincing there. Jesse Lingard, Lucas Vasquez with the goals. 3 goals in 14 minutes. And that was enough to see them through. They then had Betis. I believe that's Betis. Real Hispalas. I believe that's Betis. They beat them 3-0 and 3-2. Goals from Sanchez, Suso, Rashford, Martial and Pogba in those games. And then despite winning 2-1 at home and having 2 players sent off against Sevilla, disappointing there. Despite that win, they lost 2-0 away from home. Andre Silva, is that the man? No, I thought that might have been the same one that's at Leicester, but it's not. But he's got some good stats on him as well, to be fair. 15 goals in 33 games, so a good player there. But for Man United and Pochettino, he has not liked the cup competitions this season. And I'm wondering if he had much luck in the Premier League or if he just went out of the cups just so he could purely concentrate on getting Man U as high as possible. So let's have a look. So we've got a few wins here, a few defeats, but towards the end of the season they only lost 1. They only lost 1 game in 2019. That was away or at home, to Arsenal. Alex Iwobi with 2, Emil Smith-Rowe with 1. Again, pretty decent team that they had lined up there. That was their first defeat of 2019. And then looking at the other games, let's have a look at some of the big games. Let's see what they've done. Now, the first one that stands out is obviously against Tottenham Hotspur, the team that they stole Pochettino from. And I think Tottenham had something to say about that. And they ended up getting victory against Manchester United. Just to dig one in over their previous manager saying, you should never have left us. We could have done better than Man United. So, Song Hong-min with the goal there. They beat Man United in only the second game. Any other big games coming up? Chelsea, they won 2-1 away to Chelsea. As Palaqueta was sent off in the 45th minute. I do not know what's going on. I cannot speak right now. Lukaku, Pogba with the goals. Hazard with a goal back for Chelsea. And then Man City was the next big team. They lost 2-1 away. Lukaku with a goal, but Stones and Aguero pulling it back after going 1-0 down. Liverpool the next team up. They won 3-1 at home. Vasquez with 2 goals. Lukaku with 1. Naby Keita pulled it back to 2-1, but it weren't enough. And a good result there for Man United. They drew 1-0 away at Arsenal. Aubameyang with a goal in the 4th minute. And Tottenham, they then paid them back, winning at home, 2-0 against Spurs. Martial, Vasquez there. And Chelsea, they beat Chelsea 2-1. Matteo Lukaku, Giroud getting a goal. Man City, they won 2-0 at home. So some great results for United. Let's have a quick look at the league table, and you probably would have guessed it. Man United have won the league under Pochettino. Pochettino's come in. That's a great signing by Manchester United we haven't even looked at what signings they've brought in, to be fair. You've probably noticed a few by the goal scorers, but Man U have won the league under Pochettino. They've brought him in and he's delivered success, albeit not in the cup competitions. He's focused on the league and he's got the result. They lost the same amount of games as Liverpool and Spurs, but Liverpool finished 4 points behind because they won 2 less and Spurs won 3 less, which meant they finished 6 points behind. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City all finishing on all finishing on 70 points. Arsenal coming in 4th, managed to get in to that last Champions League spot. Man City finishing 6th. Burnley in 7th place there. They had a decent season. And then other surprises here. You got Fulham, Huddersfield and Cardiff were relegated. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to have a look at the Man United squad. Who delivered this season for Pochettino? And it looks like Romelu Lukaku was a key man for him. 24 goals in 39 starts. Rashford, not too bad, 11 goals in 10 starts, but he made 25 sub-appearances. And then Sanchez, not really a great return, but 10 goals in 35 starts for him. There's a few other players on 9s, 8s, Suso, Vasquez, Martial, but no out-and-out scorers. So that is a bit of a surprise. There was no big scorers there apart from Lukaku. Assist-wise, Juan Mata seems like he played a key role for Manchester United. Mourinho's gone, Mata's back in the side, and he's delivering 12 assists in 34 games. Pogba in 2nd place, 10 assists in 51 for him. To be fair, you would have expected a better return from Pogba. Big signing. Surely he could have scored more. And then you've got Suso, Vasquez, Lingard on medium 5-6 for assists. Looking at the average rating, Alexis Sanchez, despite his lack of goals and assists, was their best player of the season. A 7.44 rating. Fantastic performance. Obviously, he's playing more on the wing, dribbling a lot. His passing percentage was poor as well, 69%. So I'm really surprised how he got a 7.44. But he's a key player. Juan Mata is in 2nd place. Obviously, we've seen the assists he's done. He only got 4 goals, but a 7.33 rating. And then just behind him is Romelu Lukaku. David De Gea played pretty well, to be fair. Let's have a look how many clean sheets he kept. 14 clean sheets in 34 appearances, so not too bad from him. And what did Pogba do? Let's have a look. Not much really. 8 assists, 2 goals and 38 appearances in the league. So now we've seen how the players have performed. Who did Pochettino bring in? What did he do to this Manchester United side to make him perform better? So we'll have a quick look at the outs. Obviously, there's a lot of players that have gone out on loan. As typical, there's been a lot of young players that have gone, but there's been some surprising ones as well. Some players that I thought that Pochettino probably would have put into the first team. Players like Diogo Dalot, Tahith Chong. I thought that they would have had a chance. Callum Gribben, probably not, but obviously a lot of people use him in the game. Scott McTominay, he's gone to Cardiff on loan. Andres Pereira's gone to Wolves on loan. So them players maybe could have had a part to play in the United side, but he's felt that they will do better by going on loan to another Premiership club. And big names have left out on loan as well. So we look at Marcus Rojo, he's gone to Ajax. Ashley Young, he's left not on loan, he's left on a permanent transfer. 2 million to Crystal Palace. Fellaini's gone back to Everton on loan. And yeah, that was it for the outs. They only brought in 2.2 million and they spent 139 million. But who did they spend that money on? So the first signing was Suso. Obviously, Fred is included in that because he was signed right after the season. But Suso's got some excellent stats here. He's performed pretty well. 8 goals, 5 assists in 25 starts. 7.19 rating. Looking at him previously, obviously he was at Milan. He's never been an out-and-out goal scorer, scored a lot. He did play for Liverpool when he was younger. Didn't really get a chance. 14 games he played one season. Then he went on loan to Almeria. Went back to Liverpool where they sold him for only 950,000. Bet they're kicking themselves right now. He's also had some time at Genoa. But despite not being an overall top goal scorer, he's always been a good player. He's been getting better and better. And that's a good sign of a Man United. But 39 million is a lot of money. The next player they brought in is Lucas Vasquez. Now, again, he's got some pretty good stats. They're not the actual stats. There's potential for manoeuvre there, but he was quite cheap, to be fair. I think it was 11 million they signed him for. 6 goals, 5 assists in 14 starts, a 7.15 rating. He did get some key games or key goals in the season, and obviously before he just, apart from a loan and 1 year where he joined Espanyol for 1.7 and then Madrid bought him for 2.2 million. That does not make sense to me, but it happened, and he had a few games for Real Madrid, joined for 11.5 million, so good signing there. Frankie de Jong, he's been signed on quite a few games by a few managers, and again he's been signed. He's got some good, he's got a lot of potential, only 22 years old, can play in defence, centre mid or defensive mid, so he's very versatile as well. However, one thing that worries me is his tackling rating of 8. He needs to improve that. Obviously I like my defenders and my defensive mids to be able to head the ball, head in 7, jump and reach 10. I wouldn't personally sign this player just because of that, because he wouldn't fit in the way that I play. And that's the way some of the managers got to do it, and obviously that's the way that Pochettino wants to play. It said it in the stat, Pochettino likes to make players play in positions that suit his tactic and not the other way around. And the last signing was Belgium international, 27 years old, Thomas Meunier. Good player. Obviously they sold Ashley Young for 2.5 million in total to Crystal Palace, so they needed to fill that right spot role. He is a very good player. He's been around a while. Previously at Paris Saint-Germain, before that Club Brugge, Verton and Standard Liège. And he's a good, solid player, international footballer for Belgium. And yeah, good signings there, some good players out. And that is how Pochettino performed. So guys, I want you to do me a favour right now. If you've liked this video, please make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel as well and click that little bell. And most importantly as well, please leave comments. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know how you think Pochettino would perform in real life. And even if it's just a case where you're telling me who you would want as your Manchester United manager, or who would you like me to do the experiments with to see who would be suited as Manchester United manager. So leave those questions, those answers in the comment section. And thank you very much guys for watching. Please check out my other videos. We've got other experiments on there. Don't forget to watch the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer one. And I really appreciate you watching. Cheers guys. Thank you very much.